that's enough. I'm gonna be like, talking about Silver and why he left, and like, just overall, I don't know, I fucking suck at talking and shit. My overall like problems with him and why he left and all that nonsense. Yep. What did you do? So I first met Silver probably like 3 years ago. I've known this fellow for like 3 years. I met him when I was in 7th grade, I'm pretty sure. Like, we actually started talking and everything. And, he seemed pretty chill. He would, like, come sit next to me at lunch, and, nothing really too much, happening. Just kind of like, a normal, like, peer coworker friendship, because usually, I'm friendly with everybody that I meet and just, interact. How many times can I say in one sentence? Let's see. And then probably around 8th grade, like a year after knowing him, I started actually, like, getting to know him better and started talking to him. I got his Discord. I was talking to TJ way earlier before this, so me and TJ would, start talking to Silver and all that stuff. Yeah, I can't really remember too well how we first started, like, getting close, but I actually don't even remember adding him. I just, like, one day, we just, like, got his Discord and shit. And so me, TJ, and Liam, who is now Silver, started, talking over calls and everything. And I'd say around, like, probably the very beginning of 8th grade, I had made I think how the order went is that I made a server named Churroville because, Churro-duck. No, not even that. So how it went was me, Silver, TJ, we're all in, like, a talking Discord DM chat, whatever the fuck. And we had more people from other places that we knew. There was a dude named Xavier, who was a black guy that we would talk to often. And there was another one who was Dylan, pasty white, kind of weird, not gonna lie, but, like, okay, chill. I had invited Aiden even, and we were all just talking in group DMs in Discord, and really didn't do much. But I think at some point we started playing games together, and me, Silver, and TJ had all played Fortnite together. And I'm pretty sure it might have been Silver. I don't even remember at this point. It might have been, like, Xavier or Dylan. Probably not Dylan, but it may have been Xavier or Silver. I think it was Silver because he's accounted for it. But we were all playing a game, and Silver's Fortnite crashed. And we were running trios, me and TJ. And so I'm pretty sure we were all sleep deprived, so we had came up with, like, churros just randomly. Like, we're the churro duo in a thing of trios. I don't even, like, my memory is so foggy. I don't even remember if it was 8th grade. It might have been, like, 7th or something. I think it was 7th, honestly. It was probably 7th from 8th grade. So, like, 2 years, really the first year of knowing Silver, this happened. So we had churros and dirty slimmies, and then I eventually made a little server where it was Churroville, and me and TJ were the churros because, it was stupid, and made that up. And I guess we were just so sleep deprived that we just, like, went along with it. And it's forever been to that point. My name has forever been Churro-duck, just because of that stupid interaction. But you know, we had Churroville. We invited Xavier, Silver, Dylan, my neighbor Aiden. We had invited all these people and people that we knew, and like, you know, we would play like Fortnite and everything, stupid shit together. And so me, Silver, Xavier, TJ would all play Fortnite together and just do random like nonsense games. Like, I'm pretty sure we played a FNAF like run around. We made stupid definitions up. Like, he's like, whenever the it was like a 3D map of, because it's in Fortnite, no shit. It was a 3D map, and you had to wind up a music box while getting chased around by animatronics. And so me, TJ, Silver, and Xavier would all just like make random terms for like when the animatronics, or like when certain events would be happening. For example, like whenever an animatronic would lose interest in one of us, we'd say he's Bluetoothing. Or like, instead of dying to an animatronic, we'd say that we got Eiffel Tower. You know, it was just random nonsense, because we were like either 7th or 8th grade, you know, 13? 13, I'll say around 13. 13-year-olds just doing random nonsense. But eventually Churroville had to come to a close because Aiden's mom had found Churroville and thought that it was like a gross, you know, degenerate server, because Dylan had sent this screwdriver penis video, and like his mom saw that. We had he sent the fucking video where a dude shoves a screwdriver head down through his urethra. I didn't see it, but like, and he would send other shut the fuck up! And then Churroville came to a close because, you know, Aiden's mom found it, and I had to delete the server and everything, and, you know, it was pretty sad, but we eventually lost contact with Dylan and Xavier, and so it was still just me, TJ, and Silver, and Aiden sometimes. And then, you know, me, TJ, and Silver were all still, like, playing games together, you know, getting to... It's been, like, we maybe known him for 2 years now. But, as I was saying, it was just me, Silver, and TJ, and sometimes Aiden, you know, playing games together, you know, talking in, like, another private DM and everything. And then I'd say maybe, like, a month later, we found out that Silver was talking to another group, and like, hey, it would be really nice if we had more people to talk to, me and TJ, you know? Because, like, I don't ever interact with anybody, basically, because I'm just a little baby, you know? I'm gonna kill myself. And, TJ, I don't know what the fuck TJ was doing, but, like, you know, we both agreed that, like, you know, it'd be fun if we were, invited to, you know, talk to some of Silver's friends, you know, get a... And there was, like, an entire group chat server, and, you know, like, we would, you know... How many times can I say, you know? We would like to, you know... Shut the fuck! We would like to talk to them. I was very hard. What? I was trying very hard to articulate my speaking. Yeah. Anyways. And I think it's like another month later, not even a month, maybe like maybe a week of pressing him for him to eventually invite us to Drunk Hooligans, and we got to meet all these, you know, people. Like, we met a dude named Finian, who Silver was pretty close friends with. There was a bunch of other dudes like Ressa, Ectocor, Demon. There were a bunch of people, and, like, you know, me, of course, being a little shy tsundere, or whatever the fuck you call it, didn't really interact with them much unless Silver or TJ was in it, and even with Silver, I was still like, I wasn't really confident, and so I wouldn't really speak that much. But whenever whenever TJ would be in a call with them, I would, you know, usually join them and you know, get to know them better. And it was probably like a year maybe. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, probably Churroville was around 7th grade, and Drunk Hooligans probably around 8th grade. So, like, for the first year that I had known Silver, I had known him mostly through Churroville and, like, you know, talking with TJ. And, for Drunk Hooligans, which is what I'm just now getting into, it was probably the start, or like the end around of 7th grade, that I had started, because, like, I had known those fellas for, like, a year. Yeah, probably around that time. And so, yeah, anyways, so I would be, like, I started getting, used to knowing them for, like, a solid, I don't know, month or two. And, you know, it would just be me, me and TJ talking to, like, Finn and Ectocor and Ressa and all these other people, and, a dude named Amir. And so, Silver had made multiple jokes about, like, I'm pretty sure he wasn't even joking. Like, if we got invited, we would ruin the group chat or the friend group because, like, we would say too much or some bullshit like that. I don't know. He was really hesitant, for inviting us, and I'd assume that's because he was gatekeeping. Like, you're gonna hear multiple times he was a W gatekeeper. So, you know, we had started getting to know Amir and Finn and all these other people pretty well, and it seemed like with all the, there's a bunch of other people that, like, I'm not naming because I don't remember them, don't really, frankly, care. But there was, it seemed like almost everybody was, like, focused around Amir, which was like, he seemed like a kind dude, you know. He was one of those, like, quiet, like, I don't know, he sounded like he would do ASMR and, like, enjoy petting. Like, that's what his voice sounded like. But, almost every single time that either, it would be me and TJ usually, and Silver, all talking together, and then as soon as, like, Amir would join, almost everybody in the server would join afterwards. So everybody loved this Amir dude. Like, he seemed really chill, and, like, you know, I mean, sure, he said some corny things, but, like, we didn't really care because his voice was so fucking cute that, like, you wouldn't register that he would say something corny. And so, you know, it would just be me, TJ, and Silver all talking. It's been like a solid, I don't know, maybe 5 months. 5 months that we've now been in the Drunk Hooligans server, or whatever the fuck. And I personally enjoyed talking to him. He seemed nice. In fact, one time, actually, he was in a call by himself, and I joined and like, hey, what's up? And he was like hyperventilating over the mic. And I was like, oh, dude, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm just having a mental, you know, mental problems. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I talked with him for like a solid maybe hour and a half, and you know, we talked about like his problems and just overall, you know, mental. He seemed like he was maybe stressed or something, but like, you know, me and him had a conversation, and I felt like, you know, I'd maybe known this guy even more. Started to get to know him better, and so I started liking Amir, and so it'd be usually maybe TJ, Silver, me, Amir sometimes, and Finian sometimes as well, which was a close friend of Silver. And so we would talk for probably, I'd say, another 3 months, and there were a bunch of people that I'm just now like starting to learn about. Like there was Ressa, who wasn't in the Drunk Hooligan server, but Silver was talking to him. He was like a dude who wanted to be a woman. I don't know, he was really weird, just in general. There was, I think around that time we had started learning, or Silver had started talking about like Flowey, who was another person that I never really knew before then, but you know, there was a bunch of people, you know, the entire group chat was flourishing. It stayed for that. It stayed like that for like a solid month maybe, before Amir apparently was now dating another person named Demon, who is who was who was like an artist, a wannabe artist, and like I don't know. I don't know how to explain Demon really, but she would like interact with Amir on a daily basis and would like basically like meet write him like constantly, basically. Like they were close ones to say the least. The amount of times that Demon has like defended Amir or just like sucked up to him is genuinely absurd. Like there was one time when I'm pretty sure it was me, Finn, Silver, TJ, maybe Ek, Demon, Amir, I don't know, there was a bunch of people, but like, shut the fuck! We were all on a call, and I'm pretty sure I was playing Deep Rock Galactic with, the big Aiden, and he had, I don't know, I think Amir left to go do something, and it was like, oh, little bro killed himself, because, you know, but, Demon took that to heart, and was like, very worried about Amir, like, the entire time, and was, like, going on, like, off about, to me and Aiden, about how, like, wrong that was. I'm pretty sure I have, screenshots from Aiden when he was, when he was rage baiting Demon. But, moral of the story, Demon, like, loved this fella, bro. They were glazing each other on a daily basis. But, apparently Silver had been in a DM with not a DM, in call when Amir asked out Demon basically, and he had said something. He had started asking like what her opinion of love was or like any of that, and then like all of a sudden just like asked to be boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't know. It was apparently really weird and uncomfortable, and they were like playing Minecraft over it, and like, we're talking in Minecraft chat, because I'm pretty sure Amir wasn't supposed to be up at that time. And so, you know, it was kind of like corny, of course, because Amir was corny, but like, you know, he was chill and all that. And so apparently they had started dating. Nothing had really changed. You know, we were still talking and interacting with all of these jolly fellows. And I just completely lost my train of thought. But let me see if so yeah, Demon had started dating Amir basically. And everything was still just as it was, you know, flourishing. Everybody would still join in as soon as Amir joined call. Everybody loved this dude. Probably another month or two passes, and all of a sudden Silver like starts talking about how Amir apparently was like pressuring Demon and like being really weird. I was like, huh, that's kind of strange. Like, what do you mean? And he was like I don't know, but just overall, like Amir was started acting weird, just in general apparently. Like I wasn't in calls with Amir or Demon like when they were talking or any of that, but like, you know, they had been dating, and all of a sudden Amir was being kind of weird, like constantly, according to Silver. And I'm like, huh, that's kind of weird. And a month later, it turns out that Demon was completely uncomfortable with the dating in general. Like she was not very enthusiastic about dating Amir. And then like I was wondering why, like, you know, Demon was uncomfortable with dating Amir. And it had never truly hit me that Amir is in college. And I didn't know like what Demon's age was. And I was like, "Oh, well, how old is Demon?" Because Demon sounds like, you know, Demon sounds like an adult. Probably she sounds like she could be in college. And like she sounded old, you know, like an adult. And apparently Demon was 15 and Amir was almost 19 at the time of them dating. And so this entire time, Demon had felt really uncomfortable with quote-unquote dating Amir because Amir was 4 years older than her. And this entire time, I assumed that Demon was like at least 17. Like, she sounded old. Not old, but like she sounded like an adult. But like apparently this entire time, Demon was almost the same age as us. And Amir was a full-grown adult who could vote. And even then, that's not really that big of a problem when, like, a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old, almost 19-year-old date, because that's only a 4-year age gap, and, like, you know, old parents and, like, shit used to have, like, 10-year age gaps, so it's not really out of the ordinary for, like, 4 years isn't really that bad of an age gap. But Demon, the one problem was that Demon apparently felt uncomfortable the entire time, and had only said yes to to Amir, because she had felt bad for him in a way. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. How did Amir take it? And, you know, like a day later, a bunch of shit just happens. Like, everything crumbles, basically. Silver probably starts off the day telling me and TJ that, like, all this shit came out about Amir, and, like, he's a fucking weirdo. And I'm like, what? And, like, probably a day after, maybe, all of the messages between Demon and Amir come out, and Amir the entire time, he's straight up just grooming Demon. Like, there are messages from Amir, like, asking why Demon doesn't love them, asking why, like, she isn't paying enough attention to him, and when, like, after the breakup part, Demon was, like, saying why she was uncomfortable, and, like, how the age gap kind of, you know, was weird for her, and Amir had constantly, like, pushed it to the side and neglected that and, like, asked other questions. The entire time of the relationship, Amir was just manipulating Demon, like, almost the entire time. There were multiple messages from Amir that were, like, asking Demon, not, like, asking Demon for news, but, like, just overall, like, manipulating Demon, who was a 15-year-old at the time, and Amir was in college. Like, there were messages between Amir and another dude, which actually the other dude was Ressa, and Ressa was, like, asking him why he was making, like, no, I'm pretty sure it was Amir venting to Ressa about, like, why Demon broke up with him. And, like, one of the funny things is that, like, Ressa said, one of the number one rules about dating someone is that they have to be above 18. And Amir said, then I'll never love again. Which is really funny because, you know. But the amount of, like, manipulation nonsense that Amir had been doing to Demon and, like, other people. He had constantly nagged Demon about, like, his mental state and other, like, random bullshit, and, like, you know, nagging her about why she doesn't love him, or, like, give him enough attention, or any of that. And then, contrary to that, when talking to Ressa, he had basically painted himself as the victim. When talking to Ressa about Demon, he had completely, like, switched the narrative and made it so then she was the dependent one. And she, apparently, was using him for all of his problems. And I think by that point, the entire, like, drunk hooligan server just completely died. Because as soon as it came out that this one dude that the entire group chat loved and, like, would only join calls for was grooming and manipulating and just not being, like, how we all envisioned him. You know, the cute little The little guy that, like, is just in the back, like a little silly gubby. I'm gonna kill myself. Like, when it came out that he was just a manipulative bastard, everybody blocked him. Everybody, actually, not everybody, like, 2 people didn't block him. But, like, it was just straight up dead. Like, no one... Because the entire group chat revolved around Amir. And Silver had known Amir for, like, a solid, like, year by that point. And seeing him being manipulative in text and all that was just soul-crushing for, like, him. Because he thought that for, like, a year straight, he had been this chill guy who had just, you know, played Roblox and sometimes had been corny. But, like, in these text messages, he was manipulative and just overall an asshole. And that is not how we saw him, like, whatsoever. That was not how he saw him whatsoever. But eventually, Amir had started, like, begging Demon to let him join back after Finian kicked him. So then he could explain his side of the story, and, like, just kept begging Demon over and over again, saying, like, that we were his only friends. Not we, like, me and TJ, but, like, Silver, Finian, Ectocor, all of those other people, that they were his only friends, and, like, you know, it was just straight up kind of sad. Like, the amount of times that Amir had spammed Demon wanting to, like, talk to them at least one more time. Like, he was straight up just saying, like, please, Demon, I just need to talk to them one more time over text. And, like, spamming Demon multiple times over and over again. But eventually it had gotten to, like, such a point where I'm pretty sure Demon blocked him. Just straight out. And so, you know, the entire group chat had just, you know, kind of stayed silent for a while because, you know, the realization that the one dude that everybody loved was actually a huge dickhead, you know, just kind of left them all stunned. And so eventually me, TJ, and Silver had been reading all of these text messages that Demon sent to, like, another group chat to talk, or not talk, yeah, to talk about Amir and how much of a dickhead he was being. Me, TJ, and Silver had all had all invited Amir, basically, to a group chat where we would talk to him. To, like, you know, not like... No, it wasn't even that. Before he had gotten blocked and everything from every other platform, we were still talking to him, like, on a not on a daily basis, but, like, maybe once a week. And Silver was playing with Amir, and we had asked to join them because I had just gotten Risk of Rain because TJ's the GOAT and I love him sexually. I would suck his cock. Risk of Rain is genuinely one of the best games that he has ever invested in me, and I'm so thankful for him. I would take his booty cheeks, spread them apart, and just start licking. We had just gotten Risk of Rain, and so, you know, we wanted to play with Amir. This was like post Amir, and we had seen all of the text messages that we had seen, and just Amir being an overall dickhead. And so the vibe was kind of off, but the entire time while we were playing with Amir, we had got the idea to, like, just start rage baiting him about the whole situation of Demon and Amir, Demon and him, because, you know, he wasn't really talking about it much, and we had already known that this fella fucking sucks. And so, you know, we joined them in Risk of Rain, and then just, like, probably a solid 20 minutes in, started rage baiting him by, like, for example, I'm pretty sure I was playing like Commando or something. I don't know. I was playing a new class. I had just gotten the game, so it's, you know, so we were kind of fucking around with him, and, like, every now and then I would just, like, die in Risk of Rain and then say something like, fuck, I'm getting diddled like Amir wanted to diddle Demon. Just, like, really fast, and then everybody else except for Amir would, like, just act like I didn't say anything. And Amir was, like, really quiet the first time, and I said it probably another 3 times probably another like, actually, I probably said it to him another time before he was like, "Yo, are we not hearing this?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And me, Silver, and TJ were all just like, "No, what are you talking about?" Like, what? And then I said it probably another 2 times before he had just left and blocked us all. It was genuinely the funniest shit I've ever seen because he deserved it. He was grooming Demon and then being a manipulative asshole. So that was a really fun experience. What a concept. That also reminds me that it's actually mentioned in the mawster minipuwate video.
No, alt Churro is gonna see me saying my name's Tom Pearl. I'm gonna eat my own diarrhea.
Exactly.
Hey, actually, that's Cosmo.
That's Cosmo.
Who's... Oh yeah, I forgot because we were gonna do this shit. There's still somewhere out there. My femboy67 or whatever my Discord was. Dude, we need to do that again sometime.
Yeah.
Like I actually try to get it.
The big A.
Genuinely talk to Chris and be like, we felt bad about it, and maybe convince Chris to give us Amir's contact info and have him block us and be like, I'm sorry.
What's silly gonna be sorry?
It matters on Roblox.
And then get into like fucking TDS or some game with him and be like, and then we can do what we did with Risk of Rain. I was talking to the friends that Chase added me to about this. I think when Matthew in Risk of Rain was saying some shit like
that was straight up the funniest shit.
These enemies are tackling me like these enemies are raping me like Amir wanted to rape Demon. And like
oh my fucking god!
The fact that happened like 4 times before he snapped of you saying some shit, and dude, I literally had to like cover my mouth and go, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh shit! These enemies are raping me like Amir wanted to rape.
But probably like a couple days later, we had gotten in contact with him again, because I don't think he blocked us. He more of just like stopped talking to us for a solid bit, and probably for like another week or 2 straight, we had just been rage baiting him by like sending him messages and shit, like every now and then, that were like I'm pretty sure what happened. The order that things happened was Silver rage baited Amir, got blocked. Silver went on my phone and sent Amir rage bait messages. I got blocked. I went on Steam to Amir to apologize, quote unquote, and say that it was Silver saying it. I got unblocked. Try to have a heartfelt, like, emotional talk with no, because it was after I got unblocked. I went the next day. Silver went on my phone again. No, it wasn't even Silver. It was me, Landon, and Silver. Landon's another friend, which I've known for maybe 4 years, actually, probably as much as TJ, but had all just started like blunt rotation passing around my phone and sending him nonsense messages. Like I'm pretty sure Landon said, did you wanna munch on Demon's Dingle McCringleberries? Did you ever consider that Demon's asshole might be too tight for your adult schlong? Like, just random nonsense like that. And then I got blocked again. Tried to repeal, tried to, like, get me unbanned, kind of, and, like, explain that it was Silver again, and he accepted that, but I had started going into, like, you know, at the same time, like, I started talking to him, like actually emotionally, of like, my opinion on what he did, and, like, what, and then he had not even, like, 5 seconds in, it wasn't even rage bait, it was just, like, me stating my opinion on everything. Not even like 5 minutes in of me sending him these messages, he had blocked me. And it was like the first time that I was actually being genuine with him. And he had just straight up blocked me, like stopped talking to me. Probably another week later, we were able to get Amir in a call with me, TJ, Silver, and him. And we had basically gone off to him. And no, that was probably before the rage bait had ensued. Right before, like, the blunt rotation and shit. But yeah, and so now Amir was completely cut out from the group. We never talked to that fella again. There's tons of jokes based on him, like, the truth hurts, doesn't it? Because of all the rage-baiting messages that he sent. He said, fuck you and fuck every favor I've ever done for you. He called us, like, fake friends. He said a bunch of nonsense, which we were just straight up making fun of. And I wish that I still had all of the messages, but I sent them in a group chat with Silver, but he removed us from the group chat when he left at the end. So, as much as I'd love to show all of these messages. Shut the fuck up!
I banned him.
What a fucking loser. Anyways, as I was saying, as much as I'd love to show all of these messages, they were all sent into a group chat with Silver, and he left and then blocked us and kicked us out of the group chat. So, oh well, I guess. But yeah, and so we were basically done with the drunk hooligans at that point, because it wasn't even me and TJ that ruined the group chat. It was Amir grooming a minor. So W Amir, I guess. But yeah. So drunk hooligans was completely like done. Like nobody was talking in there. Like there was absolutely nothing happening in there. And so me, TJ, Silver left. However, Silver still kept in contact with, like, Ek and, Finian and all those other people. Maybe Ressa, too, even, but I'm pretty sure he stopped talking to Ressa. But, you know. And so, around the end of 8th grade, summer break, which is, like, really recently, like, it's still summer break. Wait, no. I'd say...
we're about, like...
Shut up. Not 8th grade. 9th grade. So this summer break, which is currently happening still right now, probably at the very beginning, we had me, TJ, and Silver were still like, you know, in a group chat talking to each other. It was just us three. It was like the three amigos. And you know, we hadn't really, me and TJ hadn't really interacted with anybody else. But probably a week or two in, not that. Silver had started asking for, like, me and TJ to start going on, like, trips. So, like, he invited me to go to the mall. He invited me to go to, like, Hershey Park and all that. And, like, you know, I appreciated it. But, like, you know, I'm very shy. I'm just a shy little baby. Good. That's another.
I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, but, you know, I hadn't really, wanted to do any of those, because, you know, even though I knew this guy for, like, 3 years now, I, you know, I'm still don't want to really interact with the outside world, because I'm a chud. But after, so TJ and him went to the mall, TJ and Silver had also gone to Hershey Park, and, no, I think it was... No. It was after the mall. TJ was, you know, walking around in the mall along with Silver, and TJ had spotted this, you know, pretty girl, probably around his age, but she was with her grandma, and he was like, and Silver was, like, bugging him to go ask her out, like, on a date or something. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna do that, because, like, she's very pretty, yes, but, like, I don't know, she's with her grandma and her other friends.
And also... they don't really know.
Shut the fuck! But, he's like, no, I'm not gonna flirt with this random woman in the mall that I find attractive because she's with her grandma and her friends. Like, I'm not gonna ask someone out on a date in front of their grandma. Like, that's kind of weird. And Silver had, like, made many jokes over the past week about him being a pussy and, like, not talking to the girl. And so TJ had went on a self-betterment arc and, like, completely stopped talking to us for, like, a solid month. And so I was left alone with Silver. And Silver was the only dude who I could basically interact with for, like, a month straight. And so, you know, I'm, like, almost every day, because I'm an attention-needy bastard, TJ can confirm, almost every day I was bugging this fella to like get on or something like that. But like he was talking to other people, like other group chats and stuff, like, you know, Finian, Ectocore, and all that, which is fine. But like, you know, I'm kind of lonely. I only have Silver, and TJ's gone on some better self-betterment arc or some bullshit like that. And so for like a solid maybe week, he had been talking about this this group chat that a dude who I know from school, along with him, was talking in. His name was Chase. He's like, oh yeah, that's cool. Could I join him? Because like, you know, I know him, and like, you know, it'd be nice to talk to somebody else. And he basically, in a summary, Silver said that they're very picky and don't want to invite me, like, in a way. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever. I mean, it'd be nice to talk to other people, but like, I guess I'll just sit here in the fucking cuck throne. Like, okay, appreciate it, dude. And like, another week goes by of him talking to... He was talking to like a solid 3 friend groups maybe, and like 2 of them that I knew about. One was with Ectocore and Finian and like other people and all that. And I knew about that, but like, you know, I didn't really want to... Not that I wanted to join him, but like, you know, it was his friend group. I'm not gonna intrude in that. And like, I would ask, are they okay with like me joining in like, you know, Roblox game that they were playing, or like, oh, any of that? And like, oh no, Ectocore doesn't really like you that much because your entire humor when you were in Drunk Lookins is all based around saying n***er. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, he doesn't really like you too much because you say the N-word too much. He thinks that you say the N-word too much. I'm like, okay, fine. Can I still join? He's like, no, dude, I'm playing with them. I'm like, okay, fine. And then another group chat, which was Flowey and Mel. Flowey I had known for like I'd started knowing Flowey for like a solid maybe year now. And so, you know, I thought maybe, you know, I would be in good terms with Flowey. And maybe, you know, be able to talk to them at least. And he's like, nah, Flowey's pretty corny. Her mom doesn't really want to talk. Her mom, like, monitors me because I'm a dude, and her mom's sexist, and, like, you just overall wouldn't like it. And I'm not allowed to invite you because Flowey's mom would, like, go ballistic or something like that, and Flowey doesn't really... I'm like, okay, fine. I mean, I'd like to talk to Flowey. She seems okay, but I guess fuck me. I guess I won't join that one either. Like, fuck you. And then the third group chat, which was the only one that I maybe slightly had a chance in, because I had known one of the dudes from school, and his reasoning was that they probably wouldn't like me and basically were very picky about the selection process. Like, fella! I've been rejected for like... I've been rejected from 3 group chats, and I had been only talking to this guy for like a solid maybe 2 weeks now. And I haven't been able to talk to anybody else. Just this dude. Like, I'd get the rare occasional... Not occasional, but like, maybe for like a week, I'd get maybe once every day a call with Silver, where he would be streaming he would be streaming Flowey and Mel watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and then Liam behind their backs, like, saying how much he fucking hates Flowey and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Mel and all of that. And I wasn't... And, like, Flowey would say multiple times, like, that he didn't seem present in the moment because he was talking to me, obviously, the entire time. And they weren't able to invite me or any of that because, you know, but, like, whatever, fucking... You know, he would gripe on about that while playing, like, Limbus Company or something in the background, and gripe how Mel and Flowey are making stupid fucking jokes and, like, have dog shit humor and blah 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 blah. All this hating, basically. So I'm like, you know what, fine, whatever. 2 group chat. Fuck. I don't even know what the fuck I'm on about anymore. I'm just gonna go back to... No, I'm gonna keep talking about how Silver did not, like... dissed on Flowey a lot, because me and Flowey and Silver had played Isaac once, or not even once, maybe like twice, And every single time that I was in call with Silver, he would always be dogging on Flowey. For example, like, Welcome to the Burning Basement. He had explained that Welcome to the Burning Basement was a joke that Flowey had made when he first got Burning Basement unlocked. We could have gotten Bookworm. When Flowey was playing with us, Silver had picked up a book or any of that, and said we could have gotten Bookworm, and so he quoted that a lot. Like, we could have gotten Bookworm. And Flowey had kind of seemed pissed for the rest of the whatever. And another one was every single time that Flowey or one of us would take damage, Flowey would spam the R button, which would like pop up a little flag that would say R for like restart. And Silver would also just make fun of her for making fun of that, like going, get it, guys? Get it? Because we made one mistake. God, I fucking hate Flowey. Like, those were his direct words, like, multiple times. He would say some shit like that, just constantly dogging on Flowey, like, every chance that he got. And whenever I was in call with him streaming JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, he would make fun of Mel and Flowey's humor, on top of, like, saying that he fucking hated the show and just didn't want to watch anime with them because they either don't pay attention or they like make jokes about the anime that I've already watched, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure apparently just didn't seem appetizing for him. Like, not very appealing to him, and so he was trying to constantly get out of watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure while on call with me, and like keep dogging, keep being a meanie beanie to Flowey and Mel. Which, I mean, like, I kinda got at the time. I didn't really endorse it, but like, yeah, I thought it was funny, because, you know, I was with Silver and I knew this dude for like 3 years, and yeah. But, for like a solid week, it had just been him. It would be me hitting him up, trying to get him in call, and maybe like 30 minutes go by, and I had joined call with him, and he would be, streaming Flowey and Mel watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and me being able to, like, hear them and shit. Yeah. And, like, multiple times, too, Flowey would call Silver by his nickname Silver, and at the time he had hated being called Silver because or he at least told me that he hated being called Silver because it reminded him of Amir, because Amir would constantly call him Silver and never use his actual fucking name after knowing him for like 1 to 2 years. And so every single time that like Silver would get called Silver, I'd always, like, try to correct them by saying Liam. He likes being called Liam. But, whatever. Apparently that didn't fucking matter, because later on he blocks both of us and becomes trans. Like, fucking... And so, that's kind of how it was for, like, the first, not the first. Probably, like, for the first, like, 2 weeks. It was just a constant cycle of me joining calls with him, him either dogging on Flowey and Mel, or just like telling me random nonsense, and playing Limbus Company. Limbus Company is a game that I don't know, a game by Project Moon, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. I don't know, he liked it a lot. I personally didn't really see the appeal. But you know, that's kind of how it was, and then me also begging to be a part of at least some fucking, like, other... Just really be friends with any of his other friends, really. I was begging on my hands and knees, getting edged for, like, a solid 3 weeks, trying to get in any form of other, like, conversations with other people. But, like, every single time, Silver would give some bullshit excuse. But, finally... After I hear Silver going on about how one of the friend groups that the friend group where Chase is in, the dude that I know, one of the members there named Ems was bugging him to get Minecraft and like play it with them, I jokingly said that like, dude, I'll buy you Minecraft if I can get in that fucking poly, bro. And eventually it wasn't even a joke. I had spent like $31 to get this fella Minecraft. So then I could even be considered to join the other fucking poly with Chase and all these other people, because I was genuinely that desperate and lonely because I had only been talking to this fucker for like a solid 3 weeks now. And I finally, for the first time ever, get to talk to other people, and like I'm getting fucking nostalgic because I'm like, it's like a fucking drunk hooligans all over again. I get to actually talk to someone other than TJ and Silver. As much as I love talking to TJ and Silver at the time, it was like just only talking to one dude the entire time gets like not repetitive, but like, you know, I'd like to interact with some other people as well, you know. And so yeah, and like probably a day or two before being actually invited into what it's called now is the Grinder group chat, which is the Grinder chat or whatever the fuck, Grinder group. The Grinder group, that's what it's called, the Grinder group. The group chat with Chase and the other dudes. He started dogging, like, not dog, pro. He started dissing one of the members in the Grinder group. Like, just constantly, like, flaming this one member, like, no apparent reason. And like it was pretty on theme that Silver would constantly make fun of like anybody. And like especially at this point. Like for example, when I was just in call with him, because I would be calling him like every day, he would constantly like, when I was playing like Isaac with him, for example, he would I would make some like dumb quote like Krampus, your days are numbered, or some dumb shit like that, and he would get a picture of me, make an AI generated image, and and then like send it to me. And like it would be the amount of inside jokes that Silver made of me saying random bullshit like constantly was, we got like Krampus, your days are numbered, the Oast is a banger, which I was talking about Hollow Knight Queen's Garden, Mythical Ball. This area is crazy, which I was also talking about Queen's Gardens at the time. Don't worry, we got this in the bag. When I was playing with Silver and TJ, they had both died, and I had we were in the mirror floor, and there was a lost, and fucking Woodworm was the final boss, and my cocky self decided, you know what, I'll probably be fine. I could do Wormwood no hit and get free items just for me. And I'm like, and so I enter the arena and say, don't worry, we got this in the bag. Walk a couple steps and then get instantly killed. So we got this area's crazy. The Oast is a banger. Krampus, your days are numbered. Don't worry, we got this in the bag. It's dark as shit in here. Which, I was in an alt path in Isaac. Who would have guessed? All of these jokes are basically about Isaac. And, the alt path was really dark, so it was dark as shit in here. Arcade, which, I found an arcade, which was in The Binding of Isaac. And all of these images had an AI image of me. All of these were, like, making fun of me, but, like, it was okay, because I had known the fella for a while, and, you know, I thought it was funny as well. But, like, the amount of AI images that he made of me, just saying random nonsense, and then putting a quote underneath it, kinda annoyed me for a while, because when I see the 50th AI-generated image of me doing some random bullshit, and me saying some quote, it's like, can a fella live? Like, can a fella say anything without getting, like, labeled a cornball? The amount of times that he made fun of me for, like, random nonsense. But, like, you know, it was fine. But, anyway, so Silver was just really in his making fun of Ark. Like, the amount of shit that he was just making fun of and flaming people for. Like, for just no reason, really. But, yeah. And so I had finally joined the Grinder group chat, and Silver decides it would be really funny and a great idea for me to the first time that I'm ever invited and like actually get to call is to start like making jokes, basically. For example, he said for me to make fun of a character, an anime character that that Silver was flaming, M's one of M's favorite anime characters for like no reason, and you know, just I was also just being overall myself, and probably 30 minutes in I get kicked because I was being quote unquote too unenjoyable. So I had spent 3 weeks trying to get into a single group chat just so that I could talk to someone other than Silver. And because of him telling me to make fun of a character that somebody else liked, I got kicked. I was 30 minutes in call, and I had spent $31 just to even, like, get in the group chat, and I got kicked in 30 minutes. Then, while talking to the server owner of the Grinder group chat, the Grinder group, he, like, while I was in call with him at the time, and I was, like, trying to bug him to get me back in, and he said, nah, if I'm leaving the group chat, so are you, fella. After I had bugged him for, like, a week straight, trying to get in this one group chat. Luckily, I had talked with Ems, and she seemed actually, like, chill, even though Silver was, like, making fun of her almost all the time. She seemed actually chill, and, you know, I apologized for, like, I don't know, basically doing nothing. And, you know, we both agreed that we got off on the wrong foot, and I was eventually re-added. You know, Silver's kind of pissy about it, because he still wanted to leave, because, you know, he hated, apparently. He was just straight up in his hating arc. Like, he hated everybody for no reason. And then, probably, like, the same day, not the same day, but, like, the day after I got re-added, TJ had finally got on for the first time forever. He had finally gotten done with his self-betterment arc, summer activation arc, like he was locking in or some shit. And we played the sack together. And Silver had invited one of the friends from the Grinder group to the group chat that me, Silver, and TJ had. And Silver suggests to TJ that Silver should invite him to the Grinder group and just start slandering random people that he doesn't even know about, and then just leave. And because, of course, TJ being TJ, he thinks that that's funny as hell. And so he joins and starts saying, like, a bunch of nonsense that Silver told him to say, but he said it in his own words, of course, because, you know. And probably, like, an hour later, I actually send a message to Ems saying that I'm not affiliated with this, please don't, like, blame me or something like that, because, you know, I still want to talk to them, even though, because, you know, I haven't interacted with anybody else. This is the first time that TJ ever joins. I don't know if TJ's ever gonna leave again. Thank God he didn't, but if it did, like, I'd still like to talk to these fellas. And, probably, like, an hour later, the server owner, Craig, kicks TJ, kicks Silver, and then a minute later kicks me. And then Silver was going off about how why did they kick me? Like, he didn't just tell TJ to say all that random nonsense about them. He involved Liam was mostly targeting Ems and Craig, basically, because they were simping for each other, in his own words, I'm pretty sure. But he was being all pissy about getting kicked and all that, and, like, DMing Craig, and I'm back to being out of the fucking poly for the second time in a row now. And I'm like, dude, just fucking, like, I'm already so tired of this shit because I've been trying to get in call with anybody else. Flowey, Ectocore, Finian, Mel even, like, just anybody. And I get kicked again. And, like, it's just really W rage bait, honestly. And, eventually, after the entire thing goes down, M wants me to, you know, like, explain what happened. And so I invited TJ, M's, Chase, all into like a little call, and we talk about like how Silver basically was the entire time telling TJ to say all this shit about them, and like how TJ doesn't really care, and it was just like a, you know, little misinput, little gubby misinput, you know. And so M's now doesn't really enjoy Silver's presence anymore, especially since Silver was like not directly telling her, but like using TJ to tell her all this shit to her face. And Silver had also told me like random nonsense about M's that didn't even like happen. Like, for example, he told me that M's had kinks where they were public play and cannibalism. And when I told M's about this, she was like, "No, fella, bro, this shit did not happen." And he was just taking shit out of context. Silver eventually gets re-added, and like wants an apology from Craig for getting kicked, even though he's deserved it. And after getting what he said a ChatGPT apology, he just left because he already had the friend that he wanted from that group chat. His name is Ira. He's a dude who wants to be a woman. So basically, just Ressa 2.0. And he also hates Christianity, so that tracks. He was just completely done with them as well. And eventually, when I get re-invited back, I start looking at the old like messages that they were having while I was still kicked, because I couldn't see them, obviously. And the entire time, Ira is talking about how Silver wasn't in the wrong, and like how they should apologize to Silver, and Ira having basically a crash out. And then later on, after Liam gets his what he says ChatGPT apology from Craig, they re-invite Ira, and he starts going off on about how I was lying and saying that the entire thing about you know, the discussion that I had between M's, me, and TJ, I was lying apparently the entire time. Even though, like, where would TJ get all of this stuff that they know about M's and Craig? Like, that, first off, that makes no fucking sense. And then also because I mentioned Ira being in the same call when Silver told TJ to say all that stuff. Hems asked why he let TJ do that, and his response was that he was eating, even though we were in call for like a solid 20 minutes, and at any time he could have like stopped. He could have stopped chewing his fucking mouth and like said something, but like no, he was eating, so it's okay. Yeah, bro. Like I personally appreciate it, Ira. Like, go fuck yourself. All that glazing wasn't even worth it anyways, because you get blocked in the end apparently. And after me and TJ, after talking to like M's and all that, we decided, you know, she seems actually pretty chill. Like, Silver seems like he's the one out of line here. And so for the next 2 days, you know, me and TJ are finally like TJ's finally done with his summer arc. I remade Churroville because, you know, fuck the haters. Was that tough, guys? Was that tough? And, you know, we had started, you know, calling like usual. We even invited Ira, even though I personally didn't really like Ira because he was your stereotypical trans person, the god-hating, faggot. He's just a faggot, really. Whenever Silver would start talking bad about Emily, me and TJ would just like, you know, start not really dissing him, but like just like say, yeah, sure, bro, and then just not believe his bullshit about all the shit that he says about M's, because, you know, at this point, M seems chill and he seems like the one out of line. And I think around this time, it was probably maybe like July like 13th at this point. No, probably not even 13th. It was probably like July 15th of the big 2-6. And, you know, me and TJ were playing Mega Bonk. We would invite Silver to play Mega Bonk with us and all that. And whenever he would start talking bad about like M's and all that, we would just make fun of him because he's the one fucking being a woman about it. Also, another fun thing that Silver told me was when I was begging him to, not even that, when I was asking why Ectocore didn't really want, like, why I wasn't allowed in the poly with Ectocore and all of them, and like saying does Ectocore like me or any of that, and like his response to me asking him that was, dude, why do you care what Ectocore thinks? Like, you're acting like a woman, bro. Like, why do you care what Ectocore thinks? And he would say that multiple times. But probably I'd say it's around Saturday. It's probably Saturday 18th. And, you know, we're still slightly making fun of Silver and the whole, like, Grindr group incident and all of that. And, you know, I'm raging because I'm expressing how I feel about getting cucked like 3 times in a row, and then I'm still kicked from the Grindr group at this point. And so I'm sending like a vent message to M's about how I'm getting edged and like getting a hot, boiling hot, like fucking metal rod shoved down my fucking urethra every single time that I try to get into a fucking poly. And you know, I think Silver joins, and he starts like acting weird. Like around 2 days before, he was being weird as well, but like it started really getting noticeable around this time, and he just like stops making jokes. He just stops like interacting with us in general. He just like doesn't really talk much or any of that. It's like it's kind of weird. And what happens next into the night of the 19th, so like 12 a.m. We start making fun of the game that he bought, which was Library of Rowena, which was basically Limbus Company, but it was $30, so he had wasted $30 on basically a second Limbus Company, which I already didn't really like Limbus Company because it didn't seem like that fun of a game. It seemed like just a strategy game or any of that. Oh, by the way, Silver was also begging Flowey to play Limbus Company, and Silver would like over multiple times start like accusing Flowey of not knowing what the fuck is like what she's even doing, or like not really paying attention or any of that. Like calling Flowey out on like not really paying attention to any of the game or how it works or any of that, because you know he's really deep into Limbus Company because he's a fucking chud. And after rage baiting him for like a solid 20 minutes, he leaves Churroville and then blocks me and TJ. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of funny. And you know, I go to sleep and wake up the next day. No, it's not even that. I go to sleep, wake up the next day, and TJ tells me that Liam blocked us both. I'm like, wait, what? Why did he leave Churroville? He's like, yeah, he blocked us both. What? Yeah, he said fuck you guys and then left and then blocked both of us. Like, okay. Let me try to reach out to him on Steam. And I send him a message saying, yo, someone's still pretty mad, huh? And I get kicked from a Steam group chat and then blocked on Steam as well. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. Like, surely the rage bait couldn't have been that good. And probably like a solid 30 minutes of trying to figure out what the fuck is happening. Aiden, my neighbor, joins call, and like, and then we tell him that Silver blocked both of us. He's like, huh, that's really weird. And Aiden sends a message to Silver saying, hey, you should rejoin Churroville. Why'd you leave? And Silver responds with, nah, I'm good. And then blocks Aiden. And so now all 3 of us are blocked, and we have no communication with him whatsoever. And he's like, oh, this is really weird. Like, surely the rage bait couldn't have been this good, right? And so we figure, you know, maybe it'll be like a week at most, until he like unblocks both of us or something like that. And I had asked we had asked Ira, because Ira was the friend from the grinder group, was close friends with Liam. Not close friends, but like friends with Liam. Fuck. Silver! We do not use his name in this household. Silver. And why he blocked both of us. And he responded to Ira, not even like responded to us. He responded to Ira, and Ira had to forward it to us. That he felt like he was the group punching bag, and like me and TJ were ganging up on him. Those were like the two reasons. Hold up, let me bring this up. No. Actually, let me bring up all of this shit. Let me show you all of these images. So this is all of the shit. I can voice act this for everybody listening at home. It started I was right. It was Wednesday, actually. It was Wednesday when he blocked us. Wednesday, July 15th at 3 in the morning. Made TJ listen to Katamari by Fentanyl, and now he's watching this. Quiet down, why noise pollution is more serious than you thought. Dude, Liam responds, I'll just use a different voice. Dude, it's genuinely noise pollution. I know, gang, I'm quite aware. Okay, fuck you, what the hell? Fellow, we cannot be dead us. Fuck, what am I gonna use for grill to grill? Fuck, dude, I'm gonna use a femboy voice. Hold up. Let me get this shit ready. TJ, you're gonna be a femboy voice. I hate to break it to you. Ira, do you bump this? Hold up. No, not yet. Hold up. We need to get into the mindset of a femboy, alright? Let me see here. Let me pull up Rousey porn. Ira, do you bump this? Can I have my privileges back? I'll be a good boy. No. Man. Churro-duck, give me my rights back, or I'll start seeing labubus. And we don't want that now, do we? Heh. Son, I just want my rights back. I only lost them because I got kicked. And then this is where it really started. About 10 minutes later, TJ responds with, "Yo, there's no way you're playing a $30 Limbus ripoff right now." I think that's the unironic dumbest thing I've ever heard you say. It's the exact same as Limbus Company. Oh my fucking god, bro. And it costs $30. One's a deck builder, one's a real-time RPG. There is actually no way. And Library of Ruina came first. Look at the release dates. They're still the same game. And how's it a ripoff if they're made by the same fucking team? You could have, like, bought Minecraft for your damn self with that money, instead of needing Daddy Matthew to buy it for you. I never asked him to. He did it himself. And I got, Library of Ruina on sale for $10, dumb fuck. Okay, cool. Play fucking Slay the Spire 2 instead of Gacha Slop. It's not Gacha Slop. It's not Gacha. It's a deck builder, you fucking tard. It's trash. Art style, dog shit. You can't hate on Limbus because you've played it, but you haven't even whiffed Library of Ruina. Nah. Shut the fuck up. You are genuinely a loser. Play good games, you fucking LARPer. Oh my god, for a fucking moron. Yeah, bro, because it's always any game that I like, you don't, and that you don't, it's shit. Silksong less than that slop. And anything I said, game. Any game that I like is shit. HK is less than that slop. Like, it's always whatever I like is slop. Cuphead is less than that. Deep Rock is less than that. I own all those games, by the way, except Deep Rock. It's not even about you liking it, it's just slop. White as snow, by the way. You haven't even played it! Oh my fucking god, dude. This is S-tier rage bait. This isn't rage bait, it's slop, you fucking n***! There's genuinely no way. You haven't played it, you're a fucking retard, oh my god. Play Slay the Spire! Any good deck builder! I have. Peak game. Are you starting an argument over me liking a game? Play Balatro for God's sakes. I do! Top 5 games of all time. I fucking love all those games. I can like it. Library of Ruina too. It's slop. You haven't even played it. This is fucking Peach rage bait. It's slop. Liam, to be honest with you, you're kind of just a D1 meat writer of Project Moon, bro. You know what? Low-key I am. Nah, you know what? I'll watch a video on this $30 slop and tell you my opinion on it afterwards. Because their games are all amazing, except Lobotomy Corp. I haven't played that one. But still, TJ, your point's fucking retarded. You haven't played it. Shut up. Sure, bro. It's trash. Kill yourself. Because anytime I make a good point, that's all you can say. Why do I talk to you guys? Like, genuinely. Like, it gets to a point. Like, I can't like anything that you guys don't. I can't play a character you guys don't like. I can't make jokes. This is the same dude, by the way, who made fun of me for saying this area is crazy. Nah, you're just a LARPer, Loki. Like, genuinely. Exactly! Oh my god, bro. It's not a good point! It's slop! 2-day anime hentai slop. You haven't played it! You don't know any of the characters, gameplay, story, fucking anything. Bro, I know Roland. He's played Limbus, and it seems very, very slightly different. What the fuck does 2D anime hentai slop even fucking mean? Cool, you know the fucking main character. Oh my fucking god, dude. It's dog shit. Dude, I'm so done with you guys. You guys are just fucking assholes for no reason. Not even just this, like, it gets to a point, dude. We're assholes? Sure, gang. No, weren't you talking shit about M's not even 3 days ago? I never said I wasn't, but like, it just gets to a point. That's an awful example because I didn't say most of the shit to her face. That's worse, I started mocking her after and I blocked her. Sure, bro. Also, you definitely were mocking her, bro. It's not talking behind their back if they know I don't like them. I'd rather a talk shit to my face than behind my back. It's not behind her back. I'm not pretending to like her. Gang, it was. Yes, it is. That's the exact definition. Yeah, I hate to break it to you. Matthew, you agreed with most of the shit I said. Like, what? I didn't know her. You were making Taylor Swift jokes in call. By the way, one of the things that Silver said multiple times was, is Taylor Swift niche? And that's because there was one out of context thing that M said, where she was asking if Taylor Swift was niche. At Ira, your parents are fighting. Might mute this chat for a bit. Like, are we serious? Yeah, because that's still funny. It doesn't matter if it happened or not. And I do but the same, but I'm an asshole when I do? And that's not mocking her. Yes, but I told her I didn't care for her much in call to her face, and you just make fun of her without her knowing. Nah, you were over the line, dude. What do you even mean over the line? This whole argument started because I like to game, by the way. I like casually bringing up that stuff, and she said, like, it's okay. But, like, you hate her. Yeah, I do. I have her blocked. And you were talking shit about her and to me and TJ and Ira while you were still talking to her. The game is slop. You haven't played it, gang. You don't know anything that happens. It has the exact same as Limbus Company, just with a new way to chain your attacks. What? I know damn well your ass isn't blind enough to tell me I'm wrong. This is genuinely prime rage bait, oh my god. Yes, it is! It's completely different! Stockholm Syndrome is such a sad thing. Oh my god, dude. I will get in call right now to show you the game. But you won't listen and say it's slop no matter what I do. Because it is! I will show you right now. Waste of 30 bucks. Dude, the gameplay looks similar to Limbus. That's it. No, I don't care if I'm literally watching some bum-ass play it right now. So far, the only difference is the story. Bella spent $30 for a story. No, it isn't, dude. What? One's a deck builder and the other one's a real-time RPG. Are we serious? Then there's the lazy slop developers that should make TV show instead. I don't even know what that means. Genuinely, what are you talking about? Change your name right now, bro. You're not acting jolly. His name was Jolly Silver for this part. $30 for a story, by the way. Dude, I swear to God, you're not listening. TJ, send me the video you're watching. Like Minecraft story mode, but it's 30 times worse. How the hell are you watching that and saying it's Limbus with a different story? Like, are we serious? Literal slop. Straight copy pasta. You genuinely have to be a fucking idiot to think they're the same. I like slop. Soil versus dirt, game. I'm so done, dude. Like, you guys are just genuinely idiots. Like, I don't get it. Overcoming Stockholm Syndrome. The idiot. The origins of natural selection. Deadass, though, I could make that slop of a game with some stupid cliche storyline too, dog. Sure, bro. Try writing something on the level of Library of Rowena. This is... Okay, so right here. Sure, bro. Try writing something. Right here, he stopped talking to us. This is the next day. This is the next day at 3. And this is when I found out that not TJ, Liam blocked us. Fella left and blocked me and TJ and Aiden. We cannot be serious. Ain't no way this fella so mad that we made fun of him for some slop-ass copy and paste $30 Limbus. Ira, knock some sense into that fella. Understandable. This is what Liam responded with. By the way, the context between the behind the pretend to block me part is that I spent a solid after he was being all cranky about the whole M situation. I pretended to like fuck around with him and blocked him once for like 20 minutes at most. And the reason why I was talking like with uwu humor was because that was how I first got him banned on his very first account when I was I'm pretty sure it was during like Drunk Hooligans. But yeah, also the entire reason for like the starting of this quote unquote argument was because I asked him if like what his opinion would be of me like actually talking to Ems and Craig. And then he said I was acting immature to Ems, and so I just decided to rage bait him afterwards. This fella, bro, just talking to talk. Matthew pretended to block him once, and that shit was not a constant joke, and he's acting like it. The only character we made fun of him for was Mega Chad, and the only games we've mainly made fun of him for are Limbus. He's throwing a tantrum over nothing. Ira, what's he saying? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So, probably 3 days pass by, and we find something out, which is, from Ira. He explains... Hold up, let me see if I can get this shit up. No, Ira joins. Ira joins a voice call with me and TJ. And he explains that Silver had his own... He had his own fucking account that we didn't know about. I mean, look at this shit. Like, you genuinely cannot make this shit up. And it was 6 days before he had blocked both of us. Which means probably after the quote-unquote argument that I got in with Silver, he had decided to make his own account. So yeah. And then, God, I wish I still had, and then after all of that, I tried to reach out to him multiple times. First through Steam, in which he blocked me. I wonder if I can get the pictures of that. Ah, it's not there. Oh well. I was gonna show the Steam thing, but basically I sent him on Steam asking, saying that he was pretty angry and all that. I did that, and then I sent out on my brother's account, trying to get him back, saying, "Fellow, you's a bum, still lava you though, and we'll try to reach out even though you still have a new account." I sent him multiple messages on like his phone, but I realized like after the 5th message that he blocked me on that too. I had checked my Minecraft. I'd like to point out I spent a solid $90 on Silver because I spent not only Elden Ring so that we could play it all together, me, TJ, and him. I had also spent Minecraft on him and got it configured for him. I got modding configured for him, so then he could play Bed Wars. And he had blocked me on Minecraft. So he had blocked me on Steam, blocked me on Discord, blocked me on Minecraft, blocked me on, like, his actual phone, blocked Travis's account, which I was talking to him through, but, like, every single time that I've tried to reach out to him, I've gotten no response. So not only did he block both of us, and also state that he was a she/they now. This is his new account, but I can't fully pull it up. But not only did he block both of us and become trans, he he made an account 6 days before blocking us and didn't tell us about it. So he was expecting, he was just trying to find a reason to, like, basically leave us. After knowing this guy for 3 years and having multiple inside jokes, dogging, like, making fun of multiple people, and all of a sudden, after 3 years of knowing this guy, me and TJ, he blocks both of us for him being the group punching bag. Genuine bullshit. I'm not even gonna lie. But now that me and TJ are thinking over it, the more and more that we think about it, Silver was a fucking dickhead. Like, the amount of bullshit that he's done. First off, he made fun of multiple people just for basically existing and made multiple inside jokes about me. Like, he made fun of me for being a femboy and, like, liking most of the things that he said that like I like. And he gets all sad over us making fun of a game. Like, our entire group friendship was all about making fun of each other. And now all of a sudden he's whatever, dude. Like, again, all of our humor was basically making fun of each other and other people. The amount of people that he's made fun of and the amount of times that I've been made fun of, I've been basically sexually harassed more times than I can count by Silver and TJ, and yet he's the group punching bag. Like, there's multiple AI images of me fucking doing some stupid pose and some stupid, and yet he's the group victim. They made, when I was in Churroville, they made a shrine of my mother. They made a genuine shrine. Shut the fuck up. They made a genuine shrine. Like, there was an image. There was an image of my mom from, like, they got it off of, like, social media and other shit, and, like, would edit, and they, like, would post it like a fucking cult, bro. They also, while I was in Churroville, would take images that I would send of myself and edit it, so then I would have, like, furry ears and, like, trans flag in the background and, like, saying that I like getting pegged, yet he's the victim after we make fun of one game that he liked, and not even one game, probably 2 games that he liked, and said that they were slop and that M's not in the wrong. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Also, the amount of times that he's made fun of other people, like Flowey, for example. Flowey, I'm pretty sure is still interacting with Silver. Like, I'm pretty sure Silver is like on a daily basis playing with Flowey and all of that, because, you know, I saw them play Repo once, presumably together. And, you know, I'm not gonna bug Flowey, like, and be a dickhead, like, you know, Silva, he's actually a dickhead and all that. Like, I'm not gonna do that, because that's kind of mean, but, like, at the same time, like, Flowey kind of needs to know, because the amount of times that, and TJ can vouch for this, the amount of times that Flowey has been made fun of without her knowing, and, like, just Liam just overall being a dickhead to her, is fucking absurd. Like, I get that, like, no, actually, I don't even get, like, fucking, yet he's the group punching bag. He would take, for example, after I didn't go to Hershey Park with him, he would hang that over my head and use that as an excuse to, like, for me to not, like, be invited to stuff. He would take stuff and hang it over our heads, basically. He would use, like, things that have happened and, like, dangle it over our head like it was fucking keys. Like, just overall, he was like a fucking dickhead. And the fact that he's pulling in a mirror right now and hasn't talked to us since is straight up bullshit. Like, the only good scenario that me and TJ can think of is after him blocking us and becoming trans, the only good outcome of any of this is, and it's got a very, very low chance, is him saying, yeah, you guys got master manipulated. You guys were the pawns, and you guys believed it and fell for it. What a fucking loser. Like, we would both slap him and then, like, make fun of him, but that still doesn't excuse him being just an awful, just, like, an awful friend in general. Because the amount of times that, like, it was pretty clear once TJ left for, like, his summer arc that I was pretty lonely, dude. I was only talking to this fella, and I was talking to him on a daily basis. And yet, every single time that I even slightly suggested talking to somebody else, or, like, trying to get him to involve me with other people, he would make up some excuse. And he would constantly make fun of me and TJ. But like not in a joking manner either. It was just like he was actually like making fun of us and just being an overall dickhead. Yet he's the group punching bag. Like, I don't know, dude. It's honestly kind of sad if you think about it, because like we knew this dude for like 3 years, and all of a sudden he just stops talking to us over him apparently like over him being the group punching bag. Like, especially after the amount of times that we've been made fun of, and the amount of people that he's made fun of as well for like just living. Like, if you just straight up, like, the amount of irony just in general. Like, for example, if you would say some shit like this area is crazy, or like the welcome to the burning basement, for example, he would unironically like take that shit to heart and like hold that over your head and make fun of you, like not in a joking way either, like we do with Flowey, like welcome to the burning basement, but you're shitting your pants now. Like that's a joking manner. Like, I don't know Flowey that well, but like it's not like to hate on her. It's just like, you know, a funny thing that she said. But like he would take it and like it was just straight up like making fun of him. It wasn't even like in a joking manner. It was just straight up making fun of him. Yet he's the group hunting back. Like, fucking something must have happened, because I was looking back on like a year ago, and like he didn't act like this like whatsoever. Like there was like spotty parts where he was like sometimes occasionally a dickhead, like, and he used to be like friends with Flowey and shit, and like now all of a sudden he hates Flowey, and we used to be friends with him, and now all of a sudden he hates us. Like, there's got to be something else more happening to him. So I don't know. I just wish him the best. That was a pretty cool outro, huh? Yeah, it was pretty cool, wasn't it? I wish that was where it left it off, but there's fucking
Oh, I'm about the nut. I'm about the nut. Oh no, oh, I'm about the nut. Oh, I'm about the nut. Oh.
Alright, so for context, I take it like a nap around probably 8 o'clock at night, and wake up at around like 12:30 to Flowey sending me a Steam DM saying that I'm a homophobic piece of shit. And obviously, I tried to like ask what does she mean, because, you know, like what did I do, bro? I'm just a silly gubby, low key. Like what could I have possibly done? And I find out that she blocked me. And so now I'm seeing like I'm asking TJ if maybe he's blocked now too, and he goes, yeah, she blocked me as well. And so we spend like a solid 20 minutes trying to like talk to Flowey to see like why am I a homophobic piece of shit, even though clearly I'm not. I like putting stuff up my ass. Like what the fuck? How the fuck could I be homophobic? Like the amount of times in general that like I have whatever. Like, but I send him messages on his Minecraft account, where I'm just like saying a bunch of random nonsense and like vaguely threaten him later with his address. But that's not like a yeah, I'm gonna come to your house and like beat the fuck out of you. I mean, what the hell is a 5'8", 108-pound femboy gonna do to this guy? It was more of just like a, you know, fucking I'll come to your house and like make you fuck the shit out of me or some bullshit like that. Like, obviously joking, and I clearly don't care enough. Like, the amount of times that I've had to fucking interact with this guy, I genuinely don't care anymore. But TJ tries asking Flowey an explanation of why she just blocked me and called me a homophobic piece of shit, and Flowey just left like a group chat that TJ was in. And TJ tries talking to Mel, and Mel responds with, and like even Mel is being like a jackass. And so I even reach out to Demons, like new challenger approaching type shit. Like, I reach out to Demon to see what the fuck is happening, because, you know, Flowey, Demon is still friends with Flowey on Steam. And what she sent out was this. I start the conversation by, oh shit, okay, so very sorry in advance for what I'm about to ask, but for context, Silver blocked us for no reason like 2 weeks ago, and have passed, and now Flowey just called me a homophobic piece of shit and blocked me. I'm trying to see what I could have done. Could you send a message to like Flowey, or... Demon responds with, I can try, but I've been out of the group chat ever since, so la 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 la. And what Demon responds back with is a message from Silver. And I'll just read it out. Demon says, I'm sorry, Matthew and TJ were dicks to you, apparently. Churro mentioned something of homophobia, is this correct? They randomly messaged me asking if I could resolve this, but I'm merely trying to see both sides. And this is Silver. Yeah, you're good. They're just not good people. And like, as an example, they uploaded a video on Matthew's YouTube of them playing Palworld for an hour. And if you go to the transcript and look up the name Silver, they mention me 11 times. They're just mocking me. And TJ actually says, as long as he doesn't become a bad trans, maybe I can respect his human rights.
Like, he's already clearly kinda iffy, but as long as he doesn't become like a terrible one, then maybe I can still slightly respect his human rights.
So let me get this fucking straight, Silver, because I'm quite aware that your ass is probably going to be watching this, you fucking chud. Let me get this straight. You block all of us, become trans. I try to message you multiple times to no avail, and now you're watching previous videos and looking at them like it's fucking nostalgic. The levels of rage bait is low-key getting to me. I'm gonna be so honest. And because Demon is like a, demon, she responds back to me saying, let's see here. Or I respond back, yeah, that was after he blocked us and became trans. It's still not right to say. It became a joke because he doesn't interact with us. Okay, fine then. I'm in the wrong about that, my bad. Also, good to know he watches my videos. Well, still thanks, gang. You will call her by her preferred pronouns, or don't use them at all. If he interacts with us, I'll think about it, but we had no contact. Oh, hell no. You refer to her as a woman. Okay, Demon, I think you're a nice gal and everything, but the original problem wasn't us calling him a dude, it was him blocking us over him being the group punching bag and making fun of a game and not telling us his direct feelings. And then we found out he was trans after the dude from before sent us his account. And his account was 6 days before he blocked us. Again, refer to her as she. And not only that, but in that recent time frame, he made fun of multiple people behind their backs. Overall, he is the problem. Also, sorry, but I'm not going to use its pronouns unless it has my respect. Excuse me? Do you know how fucking disrespectful that is? Yeah, because I don't have respect for them. It's that simple. Even if you're mad, have the decency to respect their preferred pronouns. Then I will not help you. Drop this and move on with your fucking life and do better. Straight Amir shit, by the way. No wonder Amir groomed her. Okay, bro, it was nice talking to you for at least a little bit. Have a nice day/night. Again, do better. Goodbye. Okay, see ya. And then I got blocked. And then, TJ tries to reach out to Demon to see, like, overall what, like, if he could, just, like, I don't even know, like, just to interact with her, to see, like, what she would say. And Demon eventually gets to the point where, she's asking for, like, an apology, for Silver, like, from Grill to Grill. Fuck, TJ. And I feel like TJ's, paragraph here, which I was in call for this, and, like, he spent a solid, like, hour, maybe, typing this shit up. And sadly, Demon was being a bitch and, like, said that she wouldn't fucking send it. But also I find it crazy that Demon thinks that I'm gonna, like, really, I'm gonna change after the same dude who dated a pedophile, told me to change my ways. I'm really sad, actually. I can't believe the girl who dated a pedophile and everything, like, is telling me to change. I should really get my act together. Like, fucking, yeah, bro. But anyways, let me read out this this paragraph that TJ sent out to Demon. This is his apology, quote unquote. And I hope Silver, you hear every fucking word of this. Sorry, TJ. After further thought has been put into this action, I have realized I no longer as an individual I no longer want to have contact with you after making me jump through leaps and bounds to see every side of your story at all. I no longer believe you as an individual deserve an apology. We, me and Matthew, tried immediately after you blocked us to reach out and see why, which you immediately blocked us on everything, even after in total, me and Matthew have spent well over $100 just for you to throw it in our face and do this. And for that fact of you saying you were the group punching bag, which is actually so fucking stupid. I can't comprehend how you came up with that narrative when every day for months and months straight we would make sexual jokes about Matthew and how he's clearly the group punching bag, if there ever even was one. Also, thank you, TJ, bro. I appreciate it. I'm sucking your cock later tonight. Like, we're going to have sex. Everyone was made fun of in their own ways. I was called a chud. Matthew was basically just molested every day. And you were made fun of because of your Avery phase, which we stopped after because you weren't comfortable with it. Then, when we made fun of a character you played in a game, clearly a joke, by the way, and Matthew's things of worst games, I had a Steam thing full of worst games, which are just games that fucking Silver liked, which you know he played all of them, including Limbus after you left. I did try out Limbus after he left, and I just personally don't enjoy it. Not my type of game. Which was also clearly a joke. And then your dad being a cuck, which we made fun of everyone's family, and yours wasn't even that bad. You had 2 jokes about your dad and mom that you supported. Yeah, I remember when you wanted me to say your dad's so cool he sits in the throne while on our way to Hershey. Matthew's dad being a chud, my dad being addicted to drugs, and my mom having a mommy voice, and a literal shrine of Matthew's mom that exists. Like, out of everyone you've been made fun of for, I guess, bullying you about Roblox when, you know, you could play real games. Like, it's crazy your snapping point, which was Library of Rowena, which I called slop because you could just play Slay the Spire 1 or 2, which is 10 times better, but I guess, bro. Then apparently you decide to keep watching Matthew's videos after you block us. By the way, we're calling you Silver because 1, it was on your profile, you can call me Silver or whatever. 2, because we haven't heard your new transgender name. Like, maybe if you didn't go out of fucking nowhere, maybe it wouldn't be a fucking joke. Like, bro, we went trick-or-treating together, went to the mall together, and went to Hershey together, and yet apparently I'm a fucking dork. Like, bro, make this shit make sense, you fucking loser. And, like, the audacity to say I was a part of the start of Churroville. Son, no the fuck you weren't! I explained multiple times the origin of it, and you never even listened. You just interjected yourself into it. Like, fella, Churro stood for something duo. You know, actually, I'll tell you the entire thing right now. You, Matthew, queued up for a trios match in the Big Fort, then you lagged out, but I was technically there. Shut the fuck up, pussy! You weren't actually, like, wasn't it like a power outage or something? Which left me and Matthew in a duo, me and Matt duo in a game of trios, you fucking Honda Civic. You can't even attest to me and Matthew ganging up on you when your bum ass would just never do shit with us, like Terraria. You guys never asked to play. We shouldn't fucking have to! If you were to be an even semi-decent friend, you should know damn well I would get on the big Terraria anytime anybody asked. But no, never once did you say shit unless we invited you to shit constantly and constantly bought you shit. Just to play with us, then you, with your fucking attention span of a fucking gerbil on Skittles, would dip after 5 seconds after me or Matt would drop a casual 10 down. And even after all of that, you couldn't just let Matthew join some stupid fucking group you were in because of your fragile fucking ego. Like, I can't believe you still think you're the victim. It's gotten to such a point that me and Matthew don't even fucking care anymore and just want to be done with you. Add big Ulky, Angie Hulk gif here. And the fact that you're stalking Matthew's channel and put your transcript for each time it said silver is fucking sad. So have fun talking to Flowey and Mel and getting your sugar mama to buy you games. I hope they find out that you're talking shit about their back on a daily basis, you fucking loser. There was even more shit that he said, but it got deleted by accident. But final thoughts, I do not want to interact with Silver anymore. I'm so fucking done with this guy. Like, I hope the best for him, but like, just straight up the audacity and just everything is low-key pissing me off. I don't think I could ever interact with this fucker ever again. I hope the best for him. I'm done talking about him. I'm still gonna make jokes about you, Silver. You can go fuck yourself. And yeah.